You guys should be seeing my screen, hopefully. Let me know if there are any issues. Um, so let's see. Earlier in the week, I had this like channel idea for Bitcoin, and it was playing out. But I mean, I didn't execute anything because I was expecting like one more leg up to tag this like H1EMA. Um, we haven't gotten that yet. So this previous short idea was sort of invalid now, but like we could still come up here to like 64, 65, sweep that liquidity, and then get like a pretty much stop everyone out who's shorted up here. Because I don't want to like retake this short. I've already kind of shorted that zone before, but yeah, I think that would be really nice if we probably have like a fake out above here. Because we also, this would be like retesting this value area low area from, well, basically this whole consolidation. It's kind of discretionary on where you draw it from, right? Like we had like a breakout here, but I mean, it failed to hold. So like, I basically pulled the volume profile like on the whole piece of price action since basically the bottom in February. Because I think it is all relevant PA, right? So if we get like anywhere close to that VAL, I think that would be probably, it would make sense to short. Like these are these setups are like ones that like play out very well in lower time frame. So I think it would make sense to also apply it to higher time frame. But we'll see. It might not work. We might get like a move up to I basically put my stops like above the naked point of control here. The one we haven't. Well, let me turn on. It's a naked point of control on TPO. I'm not sure if it's if it's a volume MPOC. Yeah, it is as well. I think it is. Well, it won't show me because it only calculates the past 7 days, I believe. But it is. There is an MPOC there on the TPO. So that's why I put my invalidation above there. I still think it's somewhat valid. We'll see. I might need to adjust the entry a little bit, but I feel like it still makes sense as an area to short. And then my TP would probably be, let's see, somewhere in like the low 53s basically, I would say. I'm going to pop this in the chat because I still think it's relevant. Like in terms of like longs recently, I haven't taken any just because I'm pretty scared that like we might just roll over again. BlackRock continues to like deposit Bitcoin into Coinbase, so I don't know. It's all kind of sus. I personally don't think we'll make a bottom here, but it's possible. We have a swing failure pattern at the lows. This can be like consolidation, and then we might, unexpectedly break up higher, right? I think the majority are bearish now. But like, they weren't bearish from the fucking highs, right? So I don't know. I can't get bullish here. Not quite yet. I think maybe this was a decent scalp long here. This MPOC, but I didn't bother taking that. I mean, I don't know. What's up, Sash? How's it going? I was just covering short scenarios, so yeah, like, I mean, we'll see. I don't even know if we'll get it, but I've still got my limits here because it is a value area low. Now the H1EMA 200 was a little bit higher, right, when I said it, but I mean, we'll see how it looks when it returns there. Honestly, I'd be surprised if they let everyone get away who basically popped their stops above here, this high. You could argue it's like equal highs. I remember I personally scalp shorted in an environment where like highs weren't being protected. So, but like recently it's kind of been, well, we're just ranging right now, so I don't know, we'll see. I'd be very surprised if they don't get taken and we make another leg lower. But if that's the case, then I'll just, honestly, if we just nuke like this, shallow retraces, I would just look for like an M5 SFP, you know, something like this. But literally the setup I had last week, something like this, and I'll short that retest with stops above the SFP high. That would be my plan if we're gonna have another leg lower. A lot of these setups played out, but I mean, I can show you an example. I can show you like an example of what I mean. So like here I was like, I didn't take this obviously, but this same setup did play out. I need to show you. So you had a hot low here, another low, and this was kind of your like, I guess, most recent. You could it could be argued which low you'd pull, right? But it doesn't really matter because either way, like once that high here got SFP'd, you could have just entered where, like, you know, anywhere in this zone essentially, right? It came back to retrace up, and then you would have popped your stops above the M5 SFP high. And yeah, that's literally what I did, and that's what I want to do or plan to do if we do get like another leg down. So yeah, I just realized I'm on the 30-minute time frame, but it works on 30-minute and 5-minute. It's the best. That's what I found. But yeah, I would ideally want like that liquidity to be swept up here, like 65. There's quite a few short liquidations here, so I honestly I'd expect something more like this. Where's the tool? Yeah, it's this one. Like maybe Trump says some bullshit, and then like there's some like a crazy candle like that, right? And then if it turns out to be like bullish and bearish engulfing, kind of like the here, but like here we kind of. So this was a short squeeze, but it wasn't. It didn't really. There was no like engulfing afterwards, right? It didn't directly nuke straight afterwards, so it kind of just chopped up a little bit more. But if we do get that there, then that'd be amazing. Honestly, that'd be a really good setup. And if that happens, I'd probably open another short on the way down, just because. I mean, I'd be very interested to. Actually, I can probably pull up MMT somewhere here. Market monkey terminal. Oh wait, it's gonna make my PC lag. I probably shouldn't do that. It's gonna make my PC lag. Alright. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, let's look at ETH. Because ETH is one I want to short as well. I think we should cover both long and short scenarios, but I'm favoring short. Let's see here. We had a clean sweep here, so I honestly probably, if I was paying attention, I should have shorted this one on the retest there. But whatever. Like what I'm watching now is, if we clear out these highs again, to me honest, it doesn't even have to clear that high. If it does some form of like bearish like structure at the highs, I'll probably short that around here, H1 200 EMA. It's not under that high, so I don't know if we will like get a full sweep of the highs, but if they stay protected, then I got that. Honestly, that would kind of make sense before going lower. Long scenarios, I don't even know. It's interesting though because Bitcoin's already tapped the 618, and this hasn't. I mean, maybe you could scalp long here, like this VAL, but I mean, I'm not too convinced. Like, there's a point of control right here that's kind of not been tapped yet. So, honestly, I would probably, maybe if we get like an M5 SFP here at the lows, I'd scalp long that, but I mean, it's very conditional. Somewhere around the 786 and this NPOC here. But like, this is a very conditional trade, and it's like you have a clean invalidation. But honestly, I don't know. I would probably rather go with Bitcoin, if I'm honest. I mean, it's a scenario. We gotta always play, like, be hedged, right? So if it does show bullish shines here, or even like sweeps the low again, and then same thing plays out, maybe. But I mean, if we're gonna go for a higher low, I'd imagine it's gonna be somewhere here. So, well, I need to fix this target. I mean, this isn't a limit or anything. Although I should probably just leave it like this. It can be played as a limit, I guess, but I would honestly wait for structure first. Let me know if you guys have any alts you want me to look at. I'll look at the main ones and then also look at some stocks. Alright, so Sol. Nah, I'm sorry, Sol is like... I'm not even gonna look at the lower time. Look at this, just fucking dog shit. Who's touching this, realistically? It's already broken down, right? Weekly close below the Feb low. Oh, bro, I'm just getting the masculine urge to just bottom short right now. Just wide stops, TP $40 or $20. But I mean, I'd be so pissed off if I just bottom shorted it and then it ended up pumping. Yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna. I don't see any clean setups here, but I mean, maybe if you wait for like, if you put like a limit above that high, this one. But I mean, you're really, I don't know, let me turn on. If you see like people top blasting there, kind of like here, right? You got massive orders coming in at the highs. If I see that shit again, I'm probably gonna short this actually. Target would be probably, honestly, I'd probably risk like 1R and target like 12R. This would be just, I would say Bitcoin's going to 40K. I would definitely, I can definitely see this going to at least like 50. I mean, it's already broken down, right? So I don't know, man. If this recovers, it's just kind of, that's a crazy fake out. Yeah, this is what I'm watching this short. I'll watch this for now. It would honestly require another high on Bitcoin, but whether this would make a new high, I have no idea. It's really weak right now. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's really weak. So I don't even know if we get that. Hype, let's see. I cancelled my limit on hype. Because it wasn't the same confidence anymore. Are you fucking shitting me? Nah, I mean, honestly, it's not, I can't even get mad. Like, I would have never left this. But yeah, like, it finally, there was an MPOC here. So, but before I was really looking for like one more low on the channel here. and then I don't know, like I didn't want to do like really wide stops under the H4 200 EMA. Well, we'll see. Oh, wait, I need to zoom in. Honestly, it just looks like it's retesting, bearishly retesting. So it's like really hard to say. I know a lot of people are bearish now. Oh wow, I don't know. For me, just looking at the chart, just don't. It doesn't look. I mean, it just looks like a pullback, right? But let me see. Yeah, actually, this doesn't look great because you could argue that was your high. Sorry, lower high. Kind of like back here, right? So we were trending upwards, and then we broke structure here. Daily candle close. But I mean, fucking hell, that was not a like it was not a super clean retrace, but I mean it still was, right? It pumped from the lows 18%, and now it's made a new low. So this has to kind of SFP, or fucking hell, this looks bad. Not gonna lie. This has to close as an SFP, or it's like, why would you? Look, it looks like a head and shoulders forming. Let me see. Yeah, it sort of does. Yeah, sort of does, yeah. So like what, these are your shoulders, that's your head. It's about to go to, I mean, if I were to pull a fib, honestly, I remember when it was at $75 and I was, when I pulled the fib, wait, this doesn't look right. No, yeah, this does not look right. Well, it's because I've drawn it all fucked up. Alright, let me draw this again. Okay, so it puts it at $41. Oh, that's a little ridiculous. Considering we were at $40 last month. And now that's like, fucking hell. It's insane how a new high kind of changes perspective on everything. Alright, well, if it goes back to 40, I'll buy some spot. Honestly, it's just ridiculous because I remember buying some here and then I sold on the bounce. And yeah, I mean, that's so funny. I have to buy back higher. Are you kidding? So yeah, like around 40. Honestly, I'd be surprised if we go back under 30, but you know it's not impossible. But you could argue like this is your daily demand, right? So hold on, I might need to pull a cleaner chart here. This is my lower time frame chart. It's going home to $30 if Bitcoin pukes. Yeah. So this was the idea I had before. But I got stopped at, so I shorted on X, but this was my short, right? So this was my short. It was like something like this. So I basically drew this channel from that low to that low, and then that high was like the anchor point, right? So I didn't know obviously I didn't know whether we were going to top out here, but I did punt a short with my stops above it was a fib pull. So if I go like this, turn them all on, yeah, like this was a bad stop placement. Honestly, looking back, should have done like 1.5 or something. But yeah, it was like something like this. I think I had. But yeah, that this looks like a fucking fake out. If I'm honest, I was bullish on hype like until it made this like higher low structure. Sorry, lower high structure. So, and it's like it's not even holding previous all-time highs. So yeah, this just kind of looks cooked. Hold on, let me remove this now. So I'm just gonna have bids like set at this daily order block. Also, I don't see it hitting, but if it does hit the 786, that is also like a demand zone here. So, anywhere in that. Yeah. I would say I'd try along like at 42 or something. Stops below that low there. This was like, what was this? I think this was, yeah, these are news lows actually. So news lows are usually, whenever an event happens, right? Like whether it's bullish or bearish at a high or at a low, that usually should stay protected, and if it doesn't, then it's kind of fucked up. But I remember that's when Hyperliquid was like working with legislators or regulation in the US. So it was somewhere around here, right? So that would be my invalidation is going below there. And then yeah, I'd do something like this. I don't think this would be a bad long. Or maybe all-time high. But I'd probably have like take profits for sure. And then my really deep discount would be, I'd probably buy some spot here and then even more down at 33. Invalidation probably below. This is a pretty massive daily imbalance, so probably below there. So like stops below 25. Well, sorry, not stops. Like this would be spot, right? But like that would be my invalidation. Because think about it, right? Like this is a low here. I mean, it's arguable which one you want to say is like the weekly low, but we want to hold like I would say this zone here. Going below here would just look fucking. Are you kidding me? Like going back to the $20 lows, that would look horrible in my opinion. Because even like in a weekly structure, this is doing like, whatever. So yeah, that would be my higher time frame thoughts on this. So like 42 and 34 is where I would look to get in on this. Yeah, people are floating at the top, including me. Smart man. I tried a short and then I got wrecked on a long. And then what happened? I don't even remember. I was waiting for like a short trigger, but we didn't get it. Like, look at this. If that was an SFP, there's a chance I would have taken that. Obviously, I don't know, but it was a short scenario I was watching, but it just didn't happen. And then we nuked. Now we're just like kind of chopping here. So yeah, this low kind of has to stay protected right now. So far it's just been wicks below, no closes on H4 and daily. So we'll see. This looks interesting. If this daily SFP is it, I guess could potentially make a high, but right now it's just looking like it's gonna do something like this. Chop for a bit, maybe chop a lot of people out. It's definitely lost momentum, so it's not like I wanna top last long or anything. And yeah, it's now flipped technically this H4 200 EMA. So I'm not the biggest fan on this one right now. Yeah, it looks like a classical Christmas tree. Yeah, looks like every other crypto chart, right? All right. Should we go over stocks? Let's see. I don't even know if I have too many setups. Yeah, Google is nowhere near. Oh, this is hype. Are you kidding me? I should look at gold since I've accidentally clicked on this chart. Yeah, so this is my gold setup, right? Giga obliterated. So I mean, like honestly, this is the second it stopped out. Like I should have taken a short, targeting these lows here. I'm pretty confident that's gonna hit now. Gold doesn't look. Actually, I should show you guys something interesting I saw on Twitter. If I go to the monthly time frame, and turn this into log chart, right? So this is so this is a log chart, right? Like obviously this is across the last 50 years or whatever. So if this is a channel, then that means potentially that gold and metals are topped, and they're going to be probably down only or sideways for at least 7 years or so. Let me see. Honestly, but I don't know. I don't know if this would play out, but it'd be interesting, right? I remember when I looked at it, like this was like a 7,000 days till it bottomed. So another 7,000 days would be going on to basically 20 years from now. But that'd be insane. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I would say this is still like a bullish asset. I mean, compared to anything else, compared to Bitcoin. We'll see. I've seen a lot of gold as well, like gold Bitcoin charts. But yeah, I mean it's all very discretionary. Zcash. This is, what is this? Hold on. That was drawn completely wrong. The thing is, I can't tell with Zcash if this is I just realized I'm on the log chart. Yeah, I can't tell with Zcash, but this dump was obviously ugly, right? And there was a lot of people bottom shorting. So I'd like to believe a lot of this is not bullish, and it's just people getting fucking squeezed out of their short positions. And this is the real place to right here to short if you're expecting. If you were bearish down there, why would this move change your mind? Because structure hasn't broken. This is just if you were a bear down here then and now you're a bull, I mean that's just a bit ridiculous. I feel like I wasn't trying to short down here, but here at least the risk reward makes sense, Zcash just doing a bearish retest. It doesn't banner. Yeah, I mean, if we look at the last crash or the last time the FUD event came out, it did crash, but that was across days, right? It wasn't as bad as this one, but eventually it did bounce. But then it kind of drew back, but then it made a high low. So this here was technically, it was only really until this daily candle here where it started looking bullish again. But before that, it was just pretty questionable. So right now, I don't know. This is a pretty fucking weird chart. I don't know. I don't really know how to trade this one. It did like a massive daily SFP. But I mean, just the 4-hour closes like that was pretty brutal. So if there was ever a time to short Zcash, it'd be technically here with your invalidation. I mean, as close to these highs as possible, right? Before the news came out. But in terms of a setup, let's see. No, I don't see one. Maybe this, but I mean, I would need this to close under, and then I would, at least I have like a clean invalidation. So I'd short something like this, but like if this M30 closes back above, I wouldn't, this short is invalid. So as long as that remains as an SFP, I think this short setup looks good. But I mean, let's see. It still looks bearish to me. Like, say this is a channel, and we use that like the highs as the anchor. Like, yeah, you could either short here or like a retest of the higher. I don't think it really matters. But to be fair, that would actually be a bull flag. So it's a weird one actually. Let's see. I mean, I didn't see anything clean on this side of the channel. No, I don't know. This is a bull flag, so it's like, well, the setup might not work out. But we did tag H1 EMA. Maybe taking it closer to H4 200 EMA would make sense. So, and it's better risk to reward wise, right? Maybe something like that, I don't know. Why did this? Yeah, I would honestly, I think even better if we get like better structure here, I would honestly prefer to short that. So something like that. Doge and TRX, yep. I'll look at them now. Wait, I just realized I sent the wrong image. It's Doge.